So, at the very least, probation. I see a new comment in the room. I'll get to it. So, there's probation unsupervised, which means he would be able to travel around the country and campaign normally. There wouldn't be any real restrictions on his travel, except that he wouldn't be able to leave the United States. So that's number one. Probation of an unsupervised nature is possibility number one. And who knows how long it'll be. It'll certainly be in the multiple years, I think. 34 felonies? Well, really, he could appeal. Yeah, but the appeal won't be heard for at least a year, maybe longer. Oh, depending on what court it's heard in and what judge mysteriously ends up hearing it, the initial judge that hears the appeal might turn it down. If the appeal is heard in New York, that's almost certainly going to be the case. What do you think, that they're not going to select a judge somehow, even though it's supposed to be random? That'll give the Democrats, the leftists, a favorable verdict the same way they did with the trial? You think they aren't going to have any control over the judge that hears the appeal the same way they controlled who heard this case? No. So likely whatever judge hears it will probably turn it down. Even if they don't, it's going to be a year or two. But anyway, yeah, so he'll have to serve out whatever sentence he's given until that appeal. So unsupervised probation is option number one. Number two is supervised probation. That would kill his ability to campaign effectively. Yes, he could still run for president, but he would not be able to leave his state of residence. Now, the court could decide that's New York, or they could decide that that is Florida, where he lives now. And Florida, as was said in the prior story, does uphold the sentencing guidelines in regards to probation of other states. So that's more likely. So in terms of if supervised probation, he will probably be limited to the state of Florida. Would that stop him from winning the election? Possibly. He wouldn't be able to campaign outside the state. He wouldn't be able to do rallies. He wouldn't be able to do fundraising events outside of Florida. Now, of course, he could still fundraise in Florida, campaign in Florida. He could be on the internet. He could be on alternative news outlets and mainstream, lamestream news outlets. But he wouldn't be able to leave the state of Florida. So that would greatly curtail his ability to campaign. Option number three, actual jail. The prosecutor could push for orange jumpsuit time. This is a possibility. They say it's unlikely. People were saying it was unlikely that he would be convicted too. So I don't know. So that's possibility number three. Actual jail time, which isn't out of the realm of possibility. It's not out of the realm of possibility considering that the guidelines from the judge in regards to whether or not they find the jury instructions from the judge guaranteed that he'd be found guilty on all 34 counts. 34 felonies is a lot of felonies, so jail time is on the table. And you could say it's unlikely, but it's possible. What kind of campaigning can he do from jail? I mean, yeah, okay, maybe he'll have, his security detail won't be able to, look out for him in jail. And they have guards for that, and I'm sure none of those guards are on anybody's payroll, right? Just like Jeffrey Epstein, those two guards that were guarding him just mysteriously fell asleep at the exact same time that Epstein decided to kill himself. Yeah, and the cameras got glitchy and stopped working at that exact same time, too. Yeah, I'm sure Trump would be totally safe in prison. Oh, yeah. So that's possibility number three. Possibility number four, house arrest. Well, he'd be safe under house arrest. His Secret Service detail would be able to watch out for him, and he'd be in his very secure, locked-down penthouse in New York or Mar-a-Lago out there in Florida. Yeah, but that's where it is, right, Florida, I think. Mar-a-Lago's in Florida. Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to leave the house. How effectively can he campaign then? So those are your possibilities. Unsupervised probation, supervised probation, jail, house arrest, or some combination thereof. Maybe time served and then supervised probation for 6 months. Conveniently, that would get you past the election, so it would make it impossible for him to campaign. Maybe straight up unsupervised probation, meaning that their goal all along was just to brand him as a convicted felon and thereby sway your mouth-breathing, troglodytic moron, normie, fence-sitter idiots, independents into believing that he's a criminal, and they're low IQ, low information voters, so they're all going to go toward Biden or just not vote, or they'll vote libertarian. It's just throwing their vote away. Same difference as voting. Same as voting for Biden in the sense that, you're helping the Democrats and hurting Trump in that case. Or he could go to jail or get house arrest, which would seriously curtail his ability in either case to campaign. So those are your options. Let me know in the comments which one you think is very likely. What do I personally think? I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I think they're all on the table, honestly. I couldn't say with absolute certainty which I believe is going to happen. I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised if any of them did. I mean, I think they're all a possibility. Jail, supervised probation, unsupervised probation, time served and house arrest, some kind of combination of thereof, house arrest with probation. So I don't know, but let me know what you think in the comments. You think I'm right that America as a republic is dead, that if something like this is not only allowed to happen, but is cheered on by the masses? Do you think that means that we're dead as a republic? Or do you think that there's still hope? Whatever that means. Does the evidence point toward that? Let me know what you think. Ian Moss has no idea, but I would be worried for his safety if sent to jail. Well, he would probably be put in protective custody, although, wasn't Jeffrey Epstein in protective custody? Wasn't he on suicide watch, supposedly? But somehow he was able to kill himself and break his hyoid bone, which is more indicative of being strangled than, hanging yourself, especially when you really couldn't hang yourself. I mean, he supposedly tied a sheet to his neck and then to the bed behind him. Wouldn't the bed fall over? It's not that heavy a bed. So he supposedly leaned forward and choked himself out and broke his hyoid bone, which takes something like 450 pounds of per square inch to break. It's interesting. Yeah, his safety would be at risk in prison, Ian Ma. Yeah, you think? Well, I think. Yeah, he'd be at big risk in jail. No question about that. I do not think that's in question. He would definitely be at risk. Ian Moore, the sheets are made. The sheets are made of paper. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, how do you kill yourself with paper sheets? Well, he twisted them, you see. He twisted them in a way, some kind of origami. He had mastery of origami. He was a master of paper manipulation. He gave it the tensile strength of steel. Did he now? I didn't know Jeffrey Epstein was that skilled at origami. Well, how about that? And of course, there's nobody left alive to, refute that. Well, there's that Maxwell broad, whatever her name is, but she ain't talking. She's in a deep, dark hole somewhere. Bomb Lag Daff says, I hate Stormy. Yeah, I mean, this is the same chick that went on late night talk shows and lied. I never slept with that man. I did not have sex with that person. You didn't? Really? But now she's on the stand saying that she did. And let's not forget Cohen, right? Cohen, the lawyer. Those are the star witnesses, right? They're all cases based on two proven liars. I don't know. I don't know, man. So I honestly can't say what the outcome's going to be. I really can't. But whatever outcome it is, it's going to in some way impact his ability to effectively campaign. Now, will they be as obvious in their actions, in their biases, in their motivations as to put him in jail or under house arrest or supervised probation, which would significantly curtail his ability to fundraise and campaign? Would they go to that extent? I think they don't believe they have to. I think they would probably be perfectly happy just with smearing his name as much as they possibly could and convincing as many low IQ, mouth-breathing independents as possible not to vote for him. And that includes most libertarians, right? Didn't they just elect a gay, woke, rainbow-loving, a vax-loving guy as their candidate? Anyhow, guys, I think that's it for this show.